So in a way, that substitutes for rate hikes.
But Powell says don't get carried away and expect the Fed to lower interest rates anytime soon. He says Fed officials don't foresee rate cuts this year. And while the Fed is investigating why Silicon Valley Bank failed, Powell says he would also welcome an independent investigation. I'm Nancy Marshall-Genzer for Marketplace.
Are your deposits safe? That is the bottom line fear that's driven the turmoil in the banking system these past few weeks. The FDIC stepped in and said, yes, they are safe. Even said it would cover uninsured deposits. That's deposits more than $250,000 for a few banks in particular. Well, some have said, well, why don't we do that all the time? Insure every deposit, everywhere, all at once. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen has said no. Here's Marketplace's Nova Safo.
Congress is supposed to approve any increase of the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation's $250,000 cap on deposit guarantees. But at a time of deep divisions in Washington, business groups have urged the Biden administration to find a workaround. Yesterday at a Senate committee hearing, Janet Yellen said no.
This is not something that we have looked at.
Yellen said insuring all deposits, big and small, would be a decision made case by case for each bank if more of them fail.
When such a failure is deemed to create the risk of a contagious bank run,
is when the administration can invoke the systemic risk exception. That exception gave regulators the power to guarantee all deposits at Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank. I'm Nova Safo for Marketplace.
All right, let's do the numbers. Dow and S&P futures. Dow futures are about flat. S&P futures up 0.3%. NASDAQ futures up 0.8%. The 10-year Treasury yield is at 3.475%.
Marketplace Morning Report is supported by Palo Alto Networks. Palo Alto Networks delivers what's next in cybersecurity innovation to protect today's digital way of life. Learn more at paloaltonetworks.com.
The three banks that have failed so far were all what you might call crypto-friendly. Now that they are out of the game for a while, cryptocurrency has a problem. There is a void of banks willing to do business with crypto companies. Marketplace Tech has been delving into this, and David Brancaccio spoke with Marketplace Tech host Megan McCarty-Carino about it.
Why don't you start with the, inherent irony here? Crypto companies are meant to bypass traditional banks, right? Yet they need plain old banks, big time. Anyway, why?
Well, as long as these businesses are transacting in the world outside of crypto, they need US dollars, they need traditional banking systems, they have employees they need to pay, they have taxes they need to pay, they need to do so generally using regular currency, so they need to do that through the banking system.
And three banks in particular were crucial to this crypto ecosystem: Silvergate, Silicon Valley, and Signature. But why so important?
Yeah, Silicon Valley Bank obviously has been top of mind. It was known for sort of being the bank of choice for venture-backed startups, of which some were cryptocurrency companies. But probably the big one was Silvergate, which actually failed earlier in that week before SVB, and it closed down voluntarily. It had a lot of ties to crypto and a lot of exposure to a little crypto exchange you might know called FTX. It also sort of catered to the crypto community. It had a blockchain-based payment system that allowed payments to be transacted 24 hours, 7 days a week, which is kind of unusual in the banking world. Then finally, Signature Bank, it also operated one of these blockchain-based payment networks.
May I ask, what's a crypto business to do if they no longer have a bank available that is super into crypto?
This could really create a situation where the number of banks working with crypto becomes even smaller, sort of concentrating the risk of this volatile industry in fewer banks, which we know is not good.
By the way, Megan, right? Bitcoin, after its long collapse, is up sharply this year. How does that track with the tremors in the industry more widely?
Right. Well, I mean, this might have a little bit more to do with the interest rate environment than anything else, but definitely there's a narrative in the crypto community that, hey, nothing's better for, selling crypto investments than a meltdown in the traditional banking world. In fact, last week there was a truck with a giant ad for Bitcoin plastered on it that was parked in front of Silicon Valley Bank. It said, "Be your own bank." So I guess, never let a good crisis go to waste.
Okay. Marketplace Tech host Megan McCarty-Carino. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was Marketplace's David Brancaccio and Megan McCarty-Carino. In New York, I'm Sabri Benishore with the Marketplace Morning Report. From 8 p.m., American Public Media.